It is often said that people recognize your true value, even if you might not fully grasp it yourself. This realization can be both empowering and daunting. Therefore, it is crucial not to let the opinions of those who are not directly affected by your choices dictate your decisions. Life has a way of rearranging itself, and sometimes what seems like a setback is merely a stepping stone towards something greater. Embrace individuals for who they are, but also be wise enough to place them in your life according to their true significance. Change is the only constant, and the current state of affairs is not a permanent fixture. It is essential to remember that those who are frequently present in your life may not always be the ones who genuinely support you. True support comes from those who stand by you, not just those who are physically around. In order to move forward, you must release the past. You cannot grasp what lies ahead if you are still holding on to what is behind you. This journey is uniquely yours. While others may accompany you along the way, the path you tread is yours alone. It is vital to recognize that trying to rescue someone who is not making an effort to save themselves can be futile. Often, they seek companionship in their struggles rather than genuine help. Your daily endeavors, particularly those between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m., are essential for meeting your financial obligations. But it is what you pursue from 5 p.m. to midnight that truly shapes your legacy. Be mindful of the narratives you construct about your current situation. A mind filled with negativity leaves little room for positivity to flourish. Those who doubt your capabilities often do so out of fear that you might succeed where they have not. Society tends to measure respect based on your profession, but remember that your present circumstances are a direct reflection of the choices you made over the past year. The decisions you make today will pave the way for your future. Choosing comfort over discomfort may seem appealing, but it rarely leads to a fulfilling life. Surround yourself with those who aspire for more for you, rather than those who seek to extract more from you. Sometimes, the most challenging truths are the ones we need to hear the most.
Experience can be an unforgiving teacher. It often presents you with the test first, leaving you to grapple with its challenges before imparting the valuable lessons hidden within. Each of us reaches a pivotal moment in our lives when we must make a choice. Do we turn the page to a new chapter, embark on a fresh narrative, or simply close the book entirely? It's a profound decision that shapes the trajectory of our journey. When faced with difficulties, addressing a problem without tackling its root cause is akin to taking a step forward only to retreat one step back. It leads to a cycle of frustration. The way you care for your body before the age of 45 will significantly influence how it will respond to you in your later years. This is a truth that cannot be overlooked. Interestingly, the individuals who may seem like the wrong influences in your life often impart the most valuable lessons, teaching you resilience and discernment. People frequently assert that time has the power to change circumstances, yet the reality is that only you have the authority to initiate that change. Once you grasp the profound impact of your own presence, you will no longer find yourself scattered in various places. Instead, you will be intentional about where you direct your energy. It's important to recognize that those who are truly thriving in life never waste their breath speaking negatively about others, especially not about you. If you allow distractions to dictate your path, they will inevitably divert you away from your goals and the life you aspire to lead. Paths that appear free of obstacles may very well lead to nowhere significant, often lacking the depth and fulfillment that comes from overcoming challenges. One of the most effective ways to elevate your life is simply to follow through on your commitments, to do what you have promised yourself you would do. There exists a singular experience that is more painful than learning from life's trials. and that is failing to learn at all. You won't necessarily receive what you wish for. Instead, you will harvest the fruits of your hard work and dedication. Remember, you possess a strength and resourcefulness that often goes unrecognized, more than you might credit yourself for. As you navigate this journey we call life, keep two essential principles in mind. Be vigilant about your thoughts when you find yourself in solitude, and exercise caution with your words when you are in the company of others. Lastly, understand that change is a personal journey. People will only transform when they choose to do so for themselves. You need not bear the burden of forcing change upon them, nor should you sacrifice your own well-being in the process. If a situation can be remedied, then why do you find yourself complaining? And if it cannot be fixed, what purpose does your complaint serve? It's a paradox many face. The desire to bypass the struggles of life is common, yet it is within those very struggles that our character truly flourishes. Failure serves as life's most profound teacher, imparting lessons about its rules, especially those we are reluctant to learn. While the journey may never become easy, it does become easier with time and experience. By neglecting to prepare, you are essentially setting the stage for your own failure. It's crucial to recognize that some individuals in your life are investments, contributing to your growth and potential, while others are mere bills, draining your energy without offering value. Understanding this distinction can profoundly impact your relationships. Every challenge, every setback, and every heartache you encounter carries within it the potential for an equivalent or even greater reward. You have the power to choose the game in which you participate, but the rules are often predetermined and beyond your control. We cannot pursue happiness while wishing for the world to conform to our own comfortable standards. It's time to stop making yourself so readily available to those who only seek you out when it suits their needs. You may not recognize the progress you're making in life because you continuously raise the bar for yourself, striving for more. This relentless pursuit can blind you to your own achievements. The resilience of the human spirit is astonishing. It is akin to bamboo, surprisingly flexible, and able to withstand far more than one might initially perceive. When navigating through life's darkest moments, you may only see as far as your headlights illuminate. Yet that limited vision is often sufficient to guide you through the entire journey. It is wise to maintain a healthy sense of skepticism towards others. The true intentions of individuals often remain obscured, even when they are clearly articulated. Remember, you are not losing your mind. You are exercising your intelligence. The real challenge lies in the common misconception that you have all the time in the world.
Our wounds often serve as gateways to the most profound and beautiful aspects of our being. They reveal our vulnerabilities and strengths, allowing us to grow in ways we never imagined. If someone does not know you on a personal level, remember not to take their opinions or judgments to heart. Acknowledging that you are not currently where you wish to be is the crucial first step toward initiating meaningful change in your life. When it comes to advice and criticism, consider this. If you wouldn't seek guidance from someone, why should their criticisms hold any weight? Sometimes the smallest step taken in the right direction can turn out to be the most significant leap of your life. It's essential to recognize that if you find yourself juggling more than 3 priorities, you may in fact have none at all. Intelligent individuals learn from everything and everyone around them, while those of average understanding learn primarily from their own experiences. In contrast, those who lack insight often believe they already possess all the answers. It's wise to keep your thoughts private. Don't share with your friends what your enemies shouldn't know. The secret to a fulfilling life lies in managing your expectations. Expect little from others, but hold yourself to high standards. This mindset can lead to a more content existence. Do not depend on others to dictate your happiness or define what constitutes a good life. Staying positive does not imply that you must be cheerful at all times. Rather, it means that even during challenging days, you maintain the belief that brighter days are ahead. Self-love is important, but self-respect is paramount. If you fail to respect yourself, others will have no qualms about taking advantage of you. Be cautious of allowing anyone who hasn't walked in your shoes to dictate how you should navigate your life. The quickest route to success is to take action now and learn along the way. You cannot master driving while your car is parked. Remember, the time you waste does not simply vanish. It often seeks retribution in the form of lost opportunities. Do not fear moving slowly. Instead, fear remaining stagnant. We often generate fears while we sit idle, allowing our anxieties to grow unchecked. Embrace the journey and recognize that every step, no matter how small, contributes to your growth and understanding of life. We conquer our challenges through action. You can choose to lie down and let others walk over you, yet they may still find reasons to complain that you aren't flat enough. Perhaps the path that fills you with fear is precisely the one you need to embark upon. Don't shy away from doing things on your own. Relying on others can lead you to miss out on some of life's most wonderful experiences. When you encounter a problem that seems unsolvable, it's often not a problem to be fixed, but rather a truth that must be accepted. You will never reap rewards by merely adhering to someone else's rules. If you limit yourself to only what you can currently achieve, you will never surpass your present limitations. Remember, when you work for someone else, you are entitled only to your labor, not to the fruits of that labor. Problems tend to expand to the size necessary for you to acknowledge them. Not every storm that arises is meant to disrupt your life. Some storms come to clear your path, making way for new opportunities. You might not recognize it at the moment, but sometimes a harsh setback, a metaphorical kick in the teeth, can turn out to be the best thing that ever happens to you. You will never transform your life until you change something you do on a daily basis. Adversity is not merely a detour, it is an integral part of your journey. If you allow your journey to be fueled by the opinions of others, you will inevitably run out of gas. Forge ahead on your path, for it exists solely through your own efforts. Show respect to others, even when they may not seem deserving of it. Respect is a reflection of your character, not theirs. If you find yourself obsessing over a problem, you are merely feeding it. However, if you wish to resolve an issue, the key lies in taking decisive action. The journey toward success and the path to failure are remarkably similar. Often, you may find that experiencing emotional pain is necessary to awaken your awareness and redirect your focus towards self-improvement. It's essential to recognize that much of what feels urgent in your life is often more important to others than it is to you. As you navigate your thoughts, aim to think big. Only those who are willing to take risks and venture beyond their comfort zones can truly discover the extent of their potential. Adversity has a unique way of bringing forth talents and abilities that might otherwise remain dormant in times of prosperity. A decision can be likened to a sharp knife, cutting cleanly and decisively, while indecision resembles a dull blade that hacks away, leaving behind a trail of confusion and uncertainty. What you gain from achieving your goals is not nearly as significant as the person you become in the process of reaching those goals. If you find yourself dissatisfied with the road you are currently walking, it's time to start paving a new one. Waiting until you feel completely ready will only lead to a lifetime of waiting. To truly appreciate the best days of your life, you must be willing to endure some difficult days along the way. The world is round, and what may appear to be an ending could very well be a new beginning. Embrace the twists and turns of your journey, for they often lead to unexpected opportunities and growth. With confidence, you have already secured a victory before you even begin. Remember, don't let discouragement take hold. Often, it's the last key in the bunch that finally unlocks the door. If we all embraced our true capabilities, we would undoubtedly astonish ourselves with what we can achieve. Change itself is never painful. It is the resistance to change that brings discomfort. Looking ahead, you may find that 20 years from now, you will regret the opportunities you didn't seize far more than the ones you did. Maturity comes when you stop complaining and making excuses, and instead, start making meaningful changes in your life. The first step toward reaching a new destination is to firmly decide that you will not remain where you currently are. Sometimes, you may need to lose everything you hold dear to discover your true self. Throughout your life, you will encounter problems, and you have the power to choose whether you will face the same challenges repeatedly. It's important to remember that nothing in this unpredictable world is permanent, not even our troubles. Even when your mind insists that there is no hope, remember that hope exists. Steer clear of negative individuals. They tend to have a problem for every solution. In the midst of ruin, there often lies the potential for treasure. Don't be intimidated by the fact that you don't have all the answers right away. You will learn through your experiences and gradually carve your own path to happiness. Do not fear the shadows. They simply indicate that there is light nearby. Just because you dislike this particular chapter of your life doesn't mean you will hate the entire book. Regret cannot alter the past, and worrying will not change the future. We must accept that finite disappointment is a part of life, but we should never lose our infinite hope. If you actively seek the light, you will often find it. Conversely, if you focus solely on the darkness, that is all you will ever perceive. Begin by doing what is necessary, then progress to what is possible, and before you know it, you will be accomplishing the impossible. Stand up to your obstacles and take action. You may discover that they possess far less strength than you initially believed. Do not allow the bad days to convince you that you have a bad life. The moment you feel like quitting is precisely when you should push forward. Remember, those who shy away from failure also shy away from success. There is no passion to be found in playing small or settling for a life that falls short of your true potential. If you aspire to enhance your success rate, consider doubling your failure rate. Remember, do not sacrifice your own well-being to keep others comfortable. Your body is the only home you have, so take care of it. When you attempt to please everyone, you often end up pleasing no one at all. Never lower your standards simply because someone else cannot meet them. It's important to realize that people don't think about you as much as you might believe. We don't walk away from situations to teach others a lesson. We walk away because we have finally learned our own. You cannot persuade others to love you. Love cannot be demanded. True love flows freely in both directions, so don't waste your time on anything less. Discipline is the art of choosing between immediate desires and your long-term aspirations. If you wish to live a fulfilling life, tie your happiness to a goal rather than to people or material possessions. You can achieve a great deal in life simply by being the last one to give up. More crucial than the ability to choose the right path is the strength to walk away from the wrong one. Forgiving others in silence and choosing not to engage with them again is a powerful form of self-care. People may forget what you said or did, but they will always remember how you made them feel. Stop complaining about the results you didn't achieve from the effort you didn't put in. If you shift your perspective from focusing on what you like or dislike and instead see things for what they truly are, you will gain a deeper understanding of the world around you. You would discover a greater sense of peace in your life, if you embraced your true potential. Even if you are the only person who believes in you, that belief is enough to propel you forward. As you grow and improve, you may find yourself feeling more disappointed with those around you. To navigate this, be tough on yourself while also being compassionate toward others. When you begin to recognize your own worth, it becomes increasingly difficult to remain in the company of those who do not appreciate you. Remember, winners have often faced more losses than those who never dared to try. Problems are simply the price you pay for progress. Until you shift your mindset, you will continue to recycle the same experiences over and over again. People do not always receive what they deserve. Rather, tomorrow is shaped by the choices you make today. It's not your perceived identity that holds you back. It's the belief in who you think you're not. Striving to make everyone happy will ultimately lead to your own unhappiness. True strength does not stem from what you can do. It arises from overcoming challenges you once thought insurmountable. Remember, problems cannot be solved with the same mindset that created them. The more effort you put into training, the less you will suffer in the heat of battle. Stop searching for happiness in the same places where you lost it. To be the best version of yourself, you must learn to handle the worst situations. Caring too much about what others think will only imprison you. Waiting for change while remaining inactive is akin to waiting for a train at a bus stop. Ineffective and frustrating. If you find yourself repeatedly questioning whether something is right for you, the answer is often no. Trust your instincts and allow them to guide you toward a more fulfilling life. Confidence is not about walking into a room believing you are superior to others. It's about entering without the need to compare yourself to anyone at all. If you find yourself waiting for something to happen, remember that all that occurs is the passage of time. You simply grow older. Consider making a purchase without first glancing at the price tag, and work without constantly checking the clock. The only thing more valuable than our time is the company we choose to keep. We live two lives. The second begins when we realize we only have one. If you are born into poverty, it is not your fault. However, if you die in the same state, that is a choice you make. The past cannot be altered, forgotten, edited, or erased. It can only be accepted. Time flows like a river. You cannot touch the same water twice, as the moments that have passed will never return. Your worth is not defined by someone else's inability to recognize it. Avoid making decisions based on fear. Instead, let hope guide your choices. Your life will improve when you understand that it is better to be alone than to pursue the affection of those who do not truly care for you. The only person you should compare yourself to is your past self, and the only person you should strive to improve upon is who you are today. Life gains significance when you acknowledge that you will never experience the same moment twice. It is entirely possible to make no mistakes and still face defeat. This is not a sign of weakness, it is simply life. No matter how much you have been told, there is always more to the story. Doing what is right for you may anger many, but that is a part of your journey. You cannot cross the ocean until you lose sight of the shore. You will not remember the days and nights spent at home doing nothing. Someone's opinion of you does not have to dictate your reality. It is better to be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt. A denied expectation can hurt more than a denied hope, while a fulfilled hope brings greater happiness than a fulfilled expectation. You teach others how to treat you, whether consciously or unconsciously. There are more things likely to frighten us than to crush us. We often suffer more in our imaginations than in reality. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be accomplished without hope and confidence. Your dreams should always be larger than your current capacity to achieve them. If your dreams do not scare you, they are not ambitious enough. The goal in life is not to attain perfection, but to continually strive to be better than you were before. Remember, you are always just one decision away from a completely different life.